storyteller is Nicky Howe. Nicky is a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, a girlfriend, a dog lover, and a Qrabat drinker. In that order, Nicky?
Yes. Well, maybe not.
And she very bravely volunteered to go first, and that way she gets it over and can sit down and enjoy the rest of the show. So Nicky's got a story about one day that's changed everything for her, and her story is called The Bumper Sticker. Give it up for Nicky Howe.
So the year is 1984. I'm 23 years old and I work as an enrolled nurse at Royal Perth Hospital. I've been divorced for 2 years. I feel shame and embarrassment at being 23 and being divorced. It was not what I expected for myself. It was not where I thought my life was going. I was driving to work one day in my little Datsun 1200 and as I pulled up at the lights, the car in front of me had a bumper sticker on its rear window and it said, "Do something exciting with your life. Join the Army Reserves." And I thought, army, mud, guns, soldiers, khaki, medics, field hospitals, excitement, challenges, not. So a phone call to the Army Recruitment Centre soon turned into an interview at the Irwin Army Barracks. The interview turned into an aptitude test, a psych test, and a medical. And before long, there I was, standing in the army stores as they loaded me up with my khaki green uniforms, my big black boots, my big black belt with the brass buckle, the iconic slouch hat, and that precious rising sun badge. I felt a sense of pride and commitment to serving our nation. I was a budding soldier. I was about to embark on a 2-week army camp where I would learn all about myself and my own determination. Well, before long, there I was, standing in front of this big green army bus. As I stepped up onto the bus, somebody stepped up beside me. Her name is Miss D. Termination. She sat on my shoulder. She's been there ever since. As I walked up the aisle of the bus, I sat next to a lady by the name of Libby. We developed a great friendship, which would turn out to be a lifelong friendship. That friendship held us in good stead for what was about to become. We were about to experience some very tough and challenging times. And those tough and challenging times happened as soon as we stepped off the bus. His name was Sergeant Trent. He was a big, stocky bloke with fiery red hair. "Recruits! Get on the parade ground for fitness!" I woke up. It was 5:30 in the morning and there I was on the parade ground doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, doing chin-ups and running. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I was exhausted. I thought, I am never going to be able to do this. Miss Determination said to me, "Just keep going." Okay, well there I was, sitting in the classroom. Sergeant Trent was out the front teaching us all about military law. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to remember any of this. But Miss Determination said to me, "Don't worry, Nicky, you're clever, you'll be able to do it." And then there I was, standing at attention on the parade ground as I waited for Sergeant Trent to walk past me. But he didn't. he stopped. He looked me up and down and he said, "Recruit Howe, those boots aren't shiny enough." I felt so embarrassed, I could feel my face burn. Miss Determination said, "Don't worry, we'll scrub them harder tonight." You know, there's an interesting thing about the army. In the army, they call infantry soldiers grunts. Do you know why they call them grunts? Because that's the name they make, as they grunt through the bush with all their equipment. Midway through the first week, we went out into the bush. I had my backpack with all my gear, I had my webbing and my water bottles, and I had my self-loading rifle. I learned how to put up tents, I learned how to give and receive signals over the radio, I learned how to read a map and a compass, and how to get to checkpoints. I was fast asleep in my tent, and Sergeant Trent's voice whispered in my ear, "Recruit Howe, get up for sentry duty." I got up. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I walked out, and for the next 2 hours, I marched around the perimeter looking for the enemy. The next day, I was absolutely exhausted. They handed me this big machine gun and the radio. I had my own gear, and it was my turn to take the patrol's gear. As they loaded me up, I remember thinking, all this equipment is heavier than I am. And I started marching, and I started grunting. And Miss Determination said to me, "Just keep going." I said, "I'm not going to be able to do this." She said, "One step in front of the other." Are you capable of far more than you think? Do you set yourself limitations? Have you got a determination? Well, I'm pleased to say that I marched out as a private in the Royal Australian Army Reserve. I later went on to become a medic and then a corporal. But of course, that's a story for another day. Yeah.